Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, I'm Marianne Dow, wife, mama of four, real estate investor and entrepreneur. So yesterday was Monday. Today is Tuesday the 23rd, I think. So yesterday was Monday, right? And everything was cool. It was a beautiful day. So that I can, I went to visit my mom. On our way back, I'm checking my email. There goes a rug for the gold unit. I'm checking my email, and through the emails, I see your listing will be removed June 28th. I'll put screenshot because I took a picture of it. I'll put a screenshot right here. So basically everything was good. You know, I had the deep cleaning. They suspended my listing on Airbnb, I think April 20th, April 21st, around the time of Eid. I told you guys that. So they removed it for 5 days. But I guess the way it works, because I was asking questions and the person wasn't helpful, I guess the way it works is your listing gets suspended, they warn you, and then if you get another low rating, it gets suspended, and then after that, if you get another low rating, I don't know if there's like a grace period or something, but if you get another low rating, then they'll just remove it altogether. Now, you know, my busiest month on Airbnb was July of last year, where I made almost $7,000. So like, I'm looking forward to that busy month having more units, right? So I was just so confused. But then Sunday night, as I was going to bed, I had a guest that was supposed to check in on May 5th, check out May 7th, and they never showed. And I talked about this in one of my previous videos. They never even showed, right? So she goes ahead and leaves me a 1-star review. I had a call come in. So she goes, her name is Rachel. Rachel goes and leaves me a 1-star review. And you can't do that. I had a guest leave me a review once, a bad review, and they didn't even check into the house. Same thing with Rachel. Now, Rachel, it was weird because the whole weekend, she messaged me 3:30, asking me for the code. She said they'll be there by 7. I sent her the code, and then it was crickets the entire weekend. I was messaging her, hey, how are the accommodations? Did you have a smooth check-in? Now, around this time, my key code was acting up, so I had to go and reset it. But I never even thought to check the camera because I'd be busy, y'all. It'd be Fridays when they check in, so I'm extremely busy. I really don't have time to check it unless, you know, something happens. So Saturday, I messaged her again. I hope everyone had a, you know, good night's sleep. Let me know if you need anything. And then Sunday morning, I messaged her, okay, checkouts at 10 a.m. I hope you had a good time. You know, going back and forth with my cleaner, the cleaner ended up quitting, because I can't just stand here. Y'all gonna have to let me go. The cleaner ended up quitting because I'm trying to figure out when they're gonna get to the house, because I knew something suspicious was going on. And then that's when I realized, when I finally got there, I think Monday or Tuesday, that she never even checked in. But she never messaged me either to say why. Then she leaves me a 1-star review talking about, oh, buildings are falling apart in the area. And Airbnb has a policy. I want you guys to know, like, if anyone leaves a bad review specifically talking about the city, they have a policy on Airbnb where guests can't talk, you know, nothing negative about the city. So something like that, like, I can't control buildings that are falling apart. And I have so many reviews of people saying, as you're driving to her Airbnb, you might be a little skeptical, like the areas, but as soon as you turn the corner and get into the block of the Airbnb, it's very beautiful. There's like newer brownstones right across the street from the house. My block, there's no one standing outside. It's a very quiet block. So this person goes, buildings falling apart. Someone walked up to us and trying to sell us something very sketchy. There's a lot of police activity. Very, very, like the quote, it was a Karen, okay? So it was just very, just nasty. So she puts that there. And then, so all of that can go under the location, because when you're leaving a review for someone in Airbnb, there's different topics. There's cleanliness. She put 1. There's communication with the host. She put 1, although I sent her so many messages that she didn't even respond to. There's accuracy, I think she puts 1. There's location, she puts 1. She gave me a 1-star review. So then I saw that Sunday night as I was in bed. So Monday morning, I immediately woke up. I called Airbnb like 8 o'clock, spoke to someone. I'm like, yo, we need to get this review removed because this guest never checked in. So if a guest never checked in, the review that they're leaving is not truthful. And then she put in the review, she was like, oh, we left. So I respond to her like, you didn't leave. You never even showed. I checked my camera. So I spoke to someone at Airbnb. She was super helpful. And then she then messaged me. She told me to just provide proof that they never showed. So I went to my Ring camera footage and sent them the footage, all the footage for May 5th. And the only time the camera turns on when someone's in front of the camera, only time it turned on was twice when a car was like moving past, like stopped in front of the house, and that was it. She never showed. So I sent that to them, and they were really helpful. They removed her review, so that 1-star review was moved. That was like yesterday morning, and then yesterday 5 p.m. was when I got the email. So I think the system is automated. You know, I just got suspended, and then so it's looking out for me. Like I'm probably on a lookout list. Like if I get another low star rating, then I'm gonna get removed. So the fact that I just got that 1-star rating less than 1 month after getting suspended, because I got suspended April 20th, and then I got that 1-star rating yesterday. What was it? No, Sunday, which was May 20th. So they're like, oh yeah, we gotta remove her from the platform. So there's an appeal process. So I call. This was yesterday 9 o'clock. So I call Airbnb, I speak to someone. And, you know, when you're calling at that time, you're getting people that are out of the country. You're not really getting people that are in the country. So there's language barriers, and it's just annoying. But I speak to someone. He's not really helpful. But anyway, then in the email that they send me, it says, I'm going to check to see. Yeah, I should be able to put a screenshot of what the email looks like to appeal it. So I appeal it, and basically they say, they show the reviews where I got the low star rating. So the Rachel review wasn't even there because remember I got it removed. So they're just showing me the same 1-star rating that I got from the 48 night guest in February. And she's just salty that she spent all that money for 2 months. But it was after her that I started getting all these issues because she had 2 pets for 2 months that was urinating all over my rugs. I replaced the rugs. I didn't even charge her for the replacements, you know. So I'm going to get her review removed as well, because she's sitting there talking about the city of Trenton, very skeptical, homicide, I witnessed a homicide, all this BS. So those are the reviews that are shown. So I sent in a long passage. And if you guys don't know, I'm a senior marketing executive for a very, very well-known hotel company. Everyone knows this hotel. This hotel is worldwide, international. It's in every country. And I'm a senior marketing executive for them, and I've been working for them for 7 years. Before that, I worked at Mercedes-Benz of Manhattan for 5 years. So Airbnb business, like I tell you guys, it's a hospitality business. It's not about just making money. You got to be good at decor. I'm good at that. But it's also a hospitality business. It's a people business. You got to be good with people. You got to be good with customer service. You're going to be dealing with all types of personalities. I'm an A personality, dominant personality. I know how to take control. I know how to handle situations. I know how to put out fires. I'm good with that. So I put in a whole essay telling them the experiences that I've had, telling them that, you know, I just had a deep cleaning done just 1 month ago to rectify, you know, the first 1-star rating that I had. I provide guests with free toothbrushes, toothpaste, snacks, water, towels, hair dryers, coffee, K-cups. I mean, I give guests all types of free shit. And then I was telling them that I take this very seriously. I had literally just listed the golden era Airbnb. I think I did that Sunday night. So I was like, I just listed another unit, and I plan on listing 2 other units. So I want to have a long-term relationship with Airbnb. This is not something that I take lightly. So then I did that whole I did a whole essay thing, you know, just telling them, like, I don't, like, look at my pictures. do professional photography with the unit. Like, I'm not just no willy-nilly. And the reason why I was even prompted to get removed was for a guest that was, you know, it was a false accusation. She didn't even check in. So this morning, 9 a.m., today's field day for my kids. I'm at the field. 9 a.m. I get a message from Airbnb like, hey, thank you. They're pending my appeal process, but if I can submit some kind of proof proving, you know, what I said in a statement. So I sent the receipt for the deep clean that I had done on April 19th. I said, here's a receipt that I paid with the name of the company, Safe Cleaning Company. They did a deep clean on April 19th, and they were there for 8 hours. They came in the house at 9. I think they left at 5. They were there for 8 hours. And I said before, and she wanted me to explain what the proof, like, how is this proof addressing any host guidelines that I went against or something. So before that deep cleaning, I had that guest that took a picture of the radiator that was dusty in the cobwebs. So I said, this deep cleaning was done after I had that low star rating with the dust. All the dust was removed from all the radiators. Cobwebs were removed from the little corners, like all walls, baseboards was clean. I said the guest that was at the house for 48 nights had 2 pets urinating on all of my rugs, on the steps. Since then, I've replaced all the rugs. Odor is completely gone. I sent a picture of the new rug, and I told her to verify it by looking at my actual listing. Like, the brand new rug that is in the living room now is different from the listing picture rug, the picture that's in the listing. And I sent that like at 9:01, and at 9:05, she messaged me back. Okay, I'm happy to tell you that your appeal was approved. Please make sure, you don't, miss these guidelines again. But yesterday, like, when I saw that, my heart went down in my chest, and I immediately got furious. I'm like, I'm killing my back. I'm going backwards. I'm looking at these other listings that I'm supposed to be competing with. They're not fucking with me. Uncomparable. We're not in the same league. Like, I'm doing the best and the most. But I feel like having my property in the hood, because that's the low ratings. It's either about cleanliness, and it's either about the location. And another thing that I put in the appeal was, before September, I said September is when I hired a new cleaning company, and that's when all these bad reviews started. I've actually no longer employ that cleaning company. I started working with a new cleaning company 3 weeks ago, and since then I've gotten good reviews about cleaning. So we shouldn't have any problems again about cleaning, because I have a whole new cleaning company that has 15 years of experience that was referred to me, and we shouldn't have any issues about cleanliness. In regards to location, I can't do nothing about the location. These guests need to do their research on Trent. As soon as you book, you get the address. I've had people get the address, they look at the area, and then they cancel, and I give them a full refund. They cancel within minutes of booking because they don't feel safe, and that's totally fine. But, like, this is not the beach. So after I finish furnishing these units, I'm done putting, like, these properties on Airbnb that are in these areas, because I feel like you get penalized. That's one. Too, I'm creating a website for my properties. I'm gonna do that. I wanted to wait until all 3 units were done, so this way I have more than one unit to refer to on the page. But I'm definitely talking to the website guy today. I gotta figure out a name for the domain, and I'm creating a website because I'm on a Facebook group, and I see so many other hosts talk about how this is bullshit. A lot of times and I feel like when I was a super host, it wasn't like this. I don't really know. I mean, they approved it. I'm back on the platform, but I have to take this and think about what's the plan B. So last night when I sent that approval, and I immediately logged into Furnish Finder, and I saw that I have 5 messages from 5 different guests on Furnish Finder that are looking to book my place. One was looking to book it from July 1st to December 1st. One was for 2 months, 3 months. The only thing is their budget was between $2,000 and $2,400, and I have it up there for $4,000, which might be high, but my mortgage is $1,200. So worst case scenario, I just put this shit on Furnish Finder, get $2,500 to $3,000 for it, and have the guest in there for 6 months and not be bothered. Because at this point, as I'm accumulating more properties, do I want to be bothered with the day-to-day? Absolutely not. I'm not trying to work in this business. I'm trying to work on it, and I will never be able to grow it if I'm dealing with the tedious stuff from day to day. So build a website. I'm gonna have this property on there, and I'll have the other two coming soon. And then what I'm gonna do with my email, when guests come in and they use the Wi-Fi, I'm gonna have a same system implemented. Like when you go to hotels and you need to get their Wi-Fi, they ask for your email. I'm gonna be doing the same thing like that. That's how I'm gonna get their email address, and then I'm gonna put them onto a list where I'm gonna be marketing. I'm gonna do my Facebook ads, my Instagram ads to market my own, property, so I could get my direct bookings. This way, I want to go from 100% Airbnb to about, we need to get to 50% before the end of the year, because I'm not trying to sit here and deal with this bullshit. Like, I'm sitting here at your mercy. You just take me off whenever you want. And that's a problem, because it just takes another guest that comes that's not truthful to get me removed from the platform, where I've been on the platform for almost 2 years. I've hosted about 100 guests now. Out of those 100 guests, 75 left reviews. Out of the 75, I think I got like 6 low star reviews, and only like 2 of them are 1-star reviews. So all is happening back to back to back to back. It's becoming a little bit too much for me, and it's fucking with my anxiety. My summer's coming up. They fucking with my summer, don't fuck with my bag. So I think I'm just gonna build a website. I'm gonna do that. But yeah, Furnish Finder for the win. That'll be my plan B. A lot of people has transitioned from short-term rental to medium-term rental because they just don't want to deal with the day-to-day. And I think that's where I'm going to. So I think the July and the Junes are busy months. In the August, come September, I'm going to look for a medium-term rental so I don't have to be bothered with this. But my husband's waiting for me. Just wanted to let you know, like, that happened to me. But we're back in business. And I wanted to warn you guys, because I don't see no other gurus talking about their listing getting removed or suspended. All these people teaching people on IG, all these people, and none of them got done suspended or anything. Like, I don't believe that. Thank you so much for watching. I just need to vent. Hey y'all, I was rushing while recording the video, but basically the moral of the story is, like, don't put all your eggs in one basket. I really don't like how it's not organized. I almost feel like there's a computer, like it's all automated. Like, if this guest gets a 1-star review, okay, now you're on the hit list. If you get another one, okay, your listing is suspended. Okay, if you get another one, okay, your listing is removed. Whereas I called and I spoke to someone, to get that review removed. So that's when, the system should have automatically took me off of, like, high risk or whatever, tolerance, however they measure it. But when you call and you ask a representative, they also don't share that information with you. Like, I've spoken to 2 different reps, and I'm asking them, is there a minimum amount of bad reviews that I can get? Like, how do you guys measure it? And no one's really sharing that information. But I feel like, honestly, it's not that bad. As a host who hosted 100 guests with 74 reviews, because I got that 1-star review removed, and I'm 4.68. I feel like hosts who have like 3s should be removed, or 2 should be removed. Like, overall, all the guests you hosted, and you're like a 2-star or 3-star, and I get it, they're probably getting a lot of heat from the guests who they have bad experiences, and now they just go back to using hotels again because it's not consistent with all the boards, with all the hosts and the properties. So I understand that they're trying to be a little bit more strict, but I feel like they need to have humans looking at this stuff. Like, someone should have looked at it like, she's actually a good host. Like, it's really hard to be a super host if you're actually hosting. Like, it's not hard to be a super host if you're hosting 10 people per quarter. But I have someone in my house every weekend. There's 52 weeks in a year. Is that 52 weekends? I don't know, but a minimum of 52 people I'm hosting a year. So it's gonna be really hard to stay at 4.8 because you can't please everyone. Some people come in here with ill intentions. I heard about other hosts having people intentionally book like one of their competitors and go break up their shit, so that host could be out of business for whatever amount of time. Like, all types of shit. Like, that's crazy. So I think this is my sign to slowly convert from short-term rental to medium-term rentals. It's one thing when you just have one unit, but now that I'm trying to grow the business, they're not all going to be short-term rentals. So I think during the busy months in the summer, I'll have short-term rentals. But I feel like in the summer, the busy months are like when this starts to get nice. So from like May to like August, I'll be really short-term heavy. But then from like September or middle of August through all the winter months, I'm gonna make sure I'll have it real like medium-term heavy. And then I really do want to diversify my portfolio, because I gotta look at, you know, what's going on in the world. People can't even afford to live in their hometowns. So some of the properties that I'm buying are going to be just regular long-term Section 8 rentals. So I want to diversify my portfolio, have a small mixture of short-term, medium-term, and long-term rentals in there. That's the goal. That's what I plan on doing. But yeah, they really got me tight, because I'm putting my all into it, and I feel like there's just like a computer behind there, just, you know, this is a high-risk host. Okay, let's, you know. So yeah, that's how I feel. If you guys ever been suspended or removed, put it in the comments. I find it highly, like, if you're gonna go get some advice from someone on IG saying they're an Airbnb expert, ask them how many times they've been suspended or their listing has been removed, or, because I didn't know that was a question before, because I never heard anyone talk about it. But yeah, how many times have your listing has been suspended, out of your control? This was out of my control, is the control of the, you know, the cleaners. But this is a fact. So just know that that's a red flag. If you've been hosting, you're Airbnb expert, if you've been hosting for at least 2 years, at some point you got a 1-star rating back to back to back. Like, what happened? And I feel like a lot of this would be avoidable if I'm in a really nicer area. So I'm going to be looking into that as well, because a lot of the people that give me low star ratings, they're talking about the location, which is out of my control. Like, do your research, do your due diligence. I'm not going to book no place and take my family without going on Google Maps and making sure, you know, reading a ton of reviews. So that's it for today's video. I mean, I'm back activated, but it just put a bad taste in my mouth. So I have a meeting with the website guy today, website guy who's handling my nonprofit website, and I gotta come up with a domain name. So yeah, like, I'm solution based. I'm not gonna sit here and put too much energy into the problem. What's the solution? We need to have backup. We can't put all of our eggs in one basket. All right, y'all, so this is really the end of the video. Just wanted to give you my thoughts after I collected my thoughts myself, because I know the beginning part of this video I was just rambling. But thank you so much for watching. I'll try to post this today. Bye.